Hey people, Dime here. So I got a few things I want to touch on that I feel should be widely known for when the PTR changes hit live servers. With all the hype that's surrounding the Void Gauntlet as sort of the shiny new toy in the update, it's easy to miss these things, and there's a lot you can do right now to help prepare yourself for when the PTR changes do go live. So the first thing I want to bring to light on the PTR is that Void ingots are now requiring 200 smelting in order to make. So if you haven't hit the mark yet and you're looking into making Void ingots, it looks like you will be required to have 200. I didn't make any Void ingots until I was already 200, so I don't know who this would really affect, but it's a thing and it makes sense why they made the change. Next, I want to talk about tuning orbs. So if you don't know, the current problem with orbs is their crafting cost. It takes a ton of time to craft even just one tuning orb. On the PTR, they are lowering the corrupted lodestone costs from 10 to 2, which is a massive buff, so you should be seeing people running expeditions more often. Along with this, 65 portals should be ran more often to farm the lodestones. Likely the cost of the specific legendary orb materials like glowing spore, corrupted rune, molten rune, things like that should increase in price. It may be wise to jump in on this now and pick up a bunch where there isn't much of a demand. Another thing to consider would be maxing out your stone cutting and start stockpiling rune stones. Making sure you're getting that 10 crafts in a day so when the time comes you'll already have a bunch and not be stuck waiting on your daily cooldown or forced to go to the market to buy. So on the flip side, the price for rune stones should increase for this reason. Also, to be a bit more informative, in case you're wondering why it even matters to run these, well, every time you kill a boss in an expedition, it's a guaranteed watermark increase. There's also a specific material that drops from these that is used in crafting replicas. Replicas are good because they already guarantee an attribute, allowing you to choose another one using a crafting component. So you're able to target 2 specific stats of your choice per craft. So I can guarantee my fire staff craft will have pure intel and crit. My personal strategy is going to be making a ton of Genesis orbs, as it's the only place to gather blight seeds, which is a component to crafting Lazarus orbs. I found Lazarus to be a bit more of a gear check as well, so it can wait until people in my server are more geared. Last thing is a big change to the way the Arcana Profession is handled. So now when you're crafting potions, it is going to require Hyssop regardless of level. So the value and demand of Hyssop is going to rise. Essentially, you'll be required to craft a alkahest, which is used in the making of potions. Now this is kind of a good and a bad thing. It's going to take more materials to level up, but now you have a very easy craft item that gives decent experience. Honestly, in my opinion, this is a better system. Hyssop is pretty well collected regardless of level just because it's tied to herbs. So now even at max level, you will have a need for Hyssop. With that being said, I do think leveling your Arcana to 200 now before this goes live is the cheaper route. It's a good idea to have your Arcana ready for when the Void Gauntlet goes live so you can get a high level craft on day 1 because people will want good Void Gauntlets as soon as possible. Also, you may want to consider stocking up on Hyssop for the incoming high demand. So this is the end of my video. I'll likely be posting more about the upcoming changes that are on the PTR, but I'd like to see how things kind of settle. I like to get into posting a weapon build or two now that there's big changes to literally every weapon, so the meta has just been kind of put into a blender. But this is a PTR, so I don't really want to get ahead of myself where all the things on here are subject to change. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that helps me grow. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.